the little emoticons, the automatic generating emoticons thing, thought I was giving my coffee a thumbs down. Why would it do that? It's not what I meant at all. Anyway, good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. I'm Dr. Kenton. In the mug today is the last of the Aveley Farms El Regalito. Delicious. Just need to use the right amount when you're brewing your coffee. And it's important to use as fresh as possible. Now, you get spoiled when you go into a coffee shop and you get the fresh roasted beans, and you're thinking about how delicious that coffee is, and you get home and the beans you buy may be only a few weeks old, but they're missing that edge, that little. Today's Wednesday. Uh, if you're a person of the Christian faith, today is Ash Wednesday. So if you had any kind of, I don't know, this is a start off the year with New Year's resolutions, well, then you get a second chance right here in the spring. Get to try, usually people suggest they're going to deny themselves something for the 44 days or 40 days until Easter. 40 days. There's the number 40 comes up a lot in the Bible stories for some reason. 40 days and 40 nights of rain, and that's how the flood came, and so on and so on. Anyway, this isn't a podcast about the Bible, but it is Ash Wednesday. I happen to enjoy a pączki, which is a Polish, more like a Polish filled donut. There's no hole in it. It's like a uh, Polish eclair, I guess you could say. And the dough's a little more dense than a glazed donut. Oh, it touches all the. Plus, you can get it with multiple different flavors of fillings. Most of them are fruit jelly like, but my all-time favorite is custard. I have to admit. Those are off the table now for another year. I've never been to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. I have been to New Orleans the day after Mardi Gras. Arrived on Ash Wednesday to attend a academic conference, and I will tell you that for if you go to Bourbon Street the day after Mardi Gras, it will look a little ratty. There's a lot of stuff laying on the ground, but give it a day or two and it's back to the normal level of, well, I don't really like New Orleans that much, so I'm going to say something negative now. Normal level of grunge. You got the extraordinary grunge Mardi Gras, and then within a couple days, it's just back to the normal level. Today's also Hump Day. If you have a friend or acquaintance or somebody you check in with only on Wednesdays to say Happy Hump Day, well, today's your day. Enjoy your day. I have. I'm gonna sit here. Once I'm done recording and posting this, I'm gonna sit down and write down a handful of ideas. I've been sort of creating a list of things to do as soon as I wake up. This is a way to get the day started. And I think there's a small number of those that could be shifted to happen the night before. Because for some reason, there's one that I have to go onto a website and copy down what is written there and include it in my daily whatever note. And you can see the whole year. It's not like you have to wait till midnight strikes. That one, when I pull the information from that website, and then I try to find the source material, and I'm recognizing that trying to do that first thing in the morning is not the best use of my patience and attention. So I'm going to move that to maybe the one of the things I do before I go to bed. Um, but otherwise, yeah. So just you make a list. You got to tend the list. It's like you're not done when you plant the seeds in the garden. You also got to go out and pull the weeds and make sure it's getting enough water and a dozen things. I'm not a gardener, so I don't know what they are. Your work's not done when you plant the crops. You gotta tend the crop. You gotta tend your list. I've also been keeping track for a couple of weeks now, coming up on a couple of weeks, the moment by moment time that I spend, and a little note about what it is that I'm spending it on, so that I'm trying to do what's it called? The guy's name is David Sparks. His corporate whatever name is Max Sparky. He has a field guide, I think he calls it, on productivity. And one of the first tasks was to find out whose water are you carrying. That's the way I remembered anyway. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it got me into thinking, well, you know what? I'm not great at remembering what I do if I try to reflect at night about what I did during the day. For example, I will often forget entirely what I had for lunch. I'll remember pretty clearly what I had for breakfast and what I've had for dinner because the dinner is recent, but I would just almost always forget about lunch. So having a note, running timer that you can update some notes in it, that's it's been helpful. And after I do that for a little while longer, maybe I'll do it for a month. Then I'll take a look at how my time is being apportioned. I recognize also that there's some facets of my life that are constantly in flux. So, for example, right now, um, part of my professional obligation is to do teaching. And my teaching assignment doesn't start until after spring break. So, how I spend my time now is probably going to be substantially different than how I spend it after spring break. I do have prep work to do to get the courses ready, but beyond that, um, how I deal with my email and how that's all likely going to change. So just being aware of how I've spent my time and what I've spent my time on and who tends to benefit from that. If it's not me, these are all things that are helpful and useful when you're trying to make decisions about how you're going to try to make yourself more so that you can accomplish more of your goals. I'm not on the productivity bandwagon where I feel like you need to press a button on your desktop and the disco ball comes down and the incense starts burning and the light trance music plays and the lights come down to a certain level and I'm not in that's no. I am interested in seeing about removing friction and other distractions. That would be nice. So, yeah, that's what's going on today. So after I'm done with this, I'll record short list of things I want to try to get done today. Traveling, traveling to Towson as I had for the past 2 days, really, takes. I think that if I lived a half hour from campus, it would be a lot different than as it is now. You devote an hour to get there, and at least an hour to get back, and those are 2 hours you could otherwise have been doing something to help you advance your personal aspects in some way. So, um, I guess that's pretty much it. That's Wednesday, everybody. Oh, did I say Wednesday, March 5th, 2025? I'm pretty terrible about remembering that. Today's Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. It's Hump Day and Ash Wednesday, and have a great day. Love you. Bye.